New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Mariota now to throw on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 3rd down, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Bills have recovered. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Lucky 56.
Now the first carry for the former Jaguar. This is Chris Ivory. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Chris Ivory, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And it's now a 0-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Uncorks one for Davis. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A second down throw here for Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can he get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
A first down throw for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On 2nd down, Mariota again. And incomplete on the deep ball. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Yeah, here come the Bills. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Left side here, caught by Clay. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 to tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
He was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And a short gain down to about the 33. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit! No, check! Patriot! Patriot!
Now Darkwa. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 15. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. Flush to his right. Complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Mariota now from the 50. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Mariota. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Mariota now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota on the move to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Play action now. Mariota out to his left. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the run, Darkwa. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts, to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Following the interception here, Mariota dumps it off to Lewis. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? I want to check into a throw the next time.
To throw, Mariota, eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as it's set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, Allen. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Kamale Correa coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mariota on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Boo!
So after the INT, it's Allen. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. touchdown. Robert Foster, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills are in for 6. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He finds Corey Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Mariota now to throw on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trent Murphy in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Murphy, Charles, missed all of last year with that knee injury. Says he feels healthy. He sure looked healthy there.
Had 9 sacks in his last full season, 2016. Can also cover people out of the backfield when they run pass routes. Trent Murphy's an excellent addition.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play fake. Mariota. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Dancing to his left. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A second down throw here for Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Throwing, Mariota going deep for Walker. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Micah Hyde, second-team All-Pro a season ago there on the coverage.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third down, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up first and 10. They'll run with Darkwa. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The return comes from Orleans Darkwa. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we get in the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Darkwa. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run again now with Darkwa. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo, and even 50 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big oar away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lorenzo Alexander in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Third and long here for Mariota. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And taken right at the 35. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They'll cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. On play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Titans. 55 yards. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Henry's got it out on the left side. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
1st down, Mariota. Flush to his right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Second down, Mariota. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Mariota. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Allen. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
The rookie Allen sharp on this drive as he leads his guys up 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Buying time to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To To throw is Mariota. He'll buy some time right. Uncorks one for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On second down, Mariota again. Being chased out left. And Davis has it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And his first carry, he loses the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Eluding the pressure. Touchdown, Tennessee. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Extra point put through by Suckup. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter's ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Wesley Woodyard. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one good for 10 yards. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Forced out to his Allen hit. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trent Murphy in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Mariota now on 2nd down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him 30 yards there. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mariota on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Now desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Mariota again. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this weekend.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Star Lotulelei able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Steps away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now Mariota. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mariota. Stepping up, he's going to keep it, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. They'll throw again. Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The clock can be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bills, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.